Hey there traders, just wanted to bring you a quick video to kind of walk you through the trades I took last week at thestockbandit.com. I hope that it was a good trading week for you. It was for me, and now we've got a long holiday weekend to enjoy with a 4-day trading week next week. Remember, the market is closed on Monday. So last week, these were the setups that I took, and I'm going to walk you through the day trades first. There's more of those, and then a couple swing trades. So up first on Monday, I looked to short this Sohu, which was hugging this rising trend line. I was looking for a break of that trend line, and so I looked at a short entry at the 48.75 area. That was right about here. This thing went about 95 cents before rebounding back up. That's about a 2% move, so pretty nice move there. Next one I took on Monday was GMCR. And here again, this is a stock that had been really just kind of struggling here, and this bar right here was Monday's bar. So I was just kind of looking for the momentum move lower in a stock that had already broken a trend line here. So the intraday chart here for GMCR, I got short right here at this 42.50 level, and this thing just really moved swiftly lower to the tune of 3%. Just right there, in a pretty quick move right there in the morning before it reversed back up. So that was a really nice fast trade. And on these day trades, all I'm really looking for is a 2 to 4% move. That's really a pretty good trade for most stocks intraday, and it's very reasonable to expect. So that was a good one there. Another one was this Walter Industries. I was looking for a breakdown of this support zone, which was right there on that particular bar. Let me show you the intraday chart here on Monday. Got short through this 58.20 level, which is right around here, and this thing by day's end had moved about $1.50, so it was a real easy hold. Never even came back to push north of that entry area. So it broke down initially, rallied back up and tested it, and then worked its way lower for the remainder of the day. So really nice hold there. Now on Tuesday, I took this trade in Manpower, MAN. I was looking for a breakout through this multi-day resistance area, and you can see that this thing broke out right here early in the session. It cleared that level right there, which was 37.85, and then it turned around and failed. So I got stopped out there for a 1% loss. That's what I give my day trades for, an initial stop loss in most cases. Now some stocks are more volatile and I give them a little more room, but this was one that just kind of fit the general mold. On Wednesday, by the way, that was the only trade taken on Tuesday. Wednesday went long this SodaStream. Was watching this descending trend line here. So intraday on Wednesday went long right here in Soda as it crossed 38.30. Okay, that's this descending trend line here that you did see on the daily chart. Same trend line, just zoomed in here. And as it crossed that area, went long at 38.30. This thing went about 1% and then turned back around. So really didn't offer much potential there. Actually got stopped out on that one for a small 1% loss. The next trade I took was in ACI. This was on Wednesday, looking for a push through multi-day resistance. The stock had already carved out a low and a higher low, as well as a short-term high and higher high. So I was looking for a break of that resistance to kind of take it back up to this next big key zone, which was both support and resistance. So on Wednesday, that's what I was looking at. I went long through the 1580 level, which was right around here, and this thing went about 1% higher, and then it drifted back down and ultimately got stopped out on that one. So that was just a very another small 1% loss there. Also on Wednesday, I was watching this MBI. Now here's the daily chart on MBI, and this thing had just kind of settled into a little bit of a narrowing range here until Tuesday. It spiked higher on some expanding volume. So it really showed kind of the buyers are stepping back in and maybe looking for some momentum. So what I did was just set kind of a momentum play up, looking to get long through the 13 level, and I was actually looking for a test of this prior high at least, which was right there at 1350. So late in the day we did see a trigger as this thing crossed this 13 level right there. And you can see late in the session we just saw a quick ramp higher, and for MBI that represented a 3.4% run just late in the day over the course of just 20 minutes or so. So it was a really nice, fast, nice moving trade. That was a very good day maker right there. On Thursday, I was trading this TZOO, TZOO, and here's a stock that I was looking to get long through 30.3. Now, this thing again had shown some momentum on Wednesday. I was looking to take it through Wednesday's high as kind of a momentum play. And so let me show you the intraday chart here on Thursday. This thing will load. On Thursday, went long here at 30.30. That was right there, just beyond Wednesday's high. This right here is Wednesday's high, and this is Thursday's open right here. So this thing made a quick move higher of about 2.8%. So that was a really nice quick spurt higher, and really offered a nice chance to book some fast profits before it kind of drifted back down into the range for the remainder of the session. Now Friday, I set up a day trade in this Netflix, which earlier this year broke out, cleared this descending trend line, and has seen a huge move higher. Then it had seen a multi-day pullback here, and Tuesday and Wednesday we saw declines. Thursday, this thing finished flat on the day, but we saw this pullback on diminishing volume. So it was a really nice, clean pullback within a stock that's been showing excellent momentum. So I watched this descending trend line here, and I set up a buy through the 93.50 level. That would have cleared Thursday's high. So on Friday morning, you can see this thing broke that trend line right here at 93.5, which is right about there, and really ran nicely higher. This thing on Friday morning, after it cleared that trend line, it pushed higher, moved all the way up to this 96.32 level before that first pullback. So this $2.82 move, or 3% move, took place over the course of about 30 minutes. So it was an excellent run just for an intraday play. So there were some really nice day trades this week, and hopefully you were able to participate in some of them. Now on the swing side, there were a couple of trades that I entered, as well as a couple that I closed out as well. One of them that I closed out was from the previous week, which I mentioned here in the week 1 video. I had been in a couple of swing trades that I was not discussing until I closed them out, just simply because I'm only discussing those with members, and that's the same case right now heading into next week. I've got a couple of positions open that I'm only going to discuss with members until they're closed. But CRM, this was a stock that I got short. The stock had seen a nice swift move lower. We saw this counter trend bounce attempt and a gap up which failed, and so I was looking to get short on this thing through a break of this lower rising trend line right here, and that took place on this gap right there the previous week, which was January the 4th at 98.99. So that was my entry on the short side, and I was looking for a move lower and a lower low, but a lower low was never seen. In fact, this thing stabilized and turned back up, and it stopped me out on Tuesday of last week as it hit the 103 area to stop me out. So I took a 4% loss in that one on a reduced position because I did not get my price right there on that entry, but nonetheless it was a losing trade that I did close out. And then the other one that I closed out was in MGM, which is a stock that I actually went long as this thing pushed through this $11.30 level on Monday. So this thing broke out Monday, finished at $11.32, just barely above that trigger price, but I was looking for a second target right up here at $12.40. Take a look at where Friday's high was, $12.40. I was out by then. I booked half profits at $12, first target right there, and then on Friday got stopped out on the second half right there at 12, although the stock did ultimately move back up and hit that second target. But here again, this is a 6.2% gain on the week in just a few days time, so a really nice swing which easily covered the reduced position loss in CRM, which I just covered. So there are a couple of open swing positions which I'm going to discuss publicly after they've been closed out, but for now I'm going to just continue to discuss them with subscribers inside the Bandit Hideout member area. But overall, it was a really nice week with the swings netting some gains and the day trades really offering some excellent net profits. So if you are not currently a subscriber, we'd love to show you what we're all about, and you can start your subscription at thestockbandit.com with a risk-free 7-day trial. And as you can see, just one good trade makes the subscription price look like peanuts. Enjoy the long holiday weekend. Remember, the market is closed on Monday. Do something with that extra time to make yourself a better trader this weekend. Go get them next week. And until I see you again, trade like a bandit.